All right, I'm gonna hit start in a moment. All right, hello everybody. Welcome back to 74XX. I'm Callum Brown, and joined again by Raph and Eric. Hi guys.
Hello, hello.
Ahoy hoy.
So we're back yet again with Hugo 2 Whodunit. We did a few weeks ago, and we ran into dead ends twice on stream. So we're hoping third time's a charm. Eric has done us the honor of going through and getting us to the point we were at, but with our missing items. So Eric, maybe you can fill us in on what we missed and what you did for us.
Yes, I will fill in. In fact, this is the third time we're trying back through this game. So twice in the past, we kind of locked ourselves out of finishing the game because we had missed items. So the first time Raph helped us recover, he made a save that got us the first missing item. This time it was about halfway through the playthrough. There's a chance where you go into a phone booth, you dial a secret number, and you enter into the mystical world of Doctor Who. We had just thought that was an Easter egg, so we'd gone in there and bailed out immediately.
Immediately
Said, okay, that was fun, and then we proceeded. And we made a mistake because we were supposed to pick up an item in there. What you're supposed to do in that world is you use your gun, which you can never successfully fire. So you shoot the gun, you again miss, but it ricochets off of a rock and hits the Dalek and saves Doctor Who. And in his gratitude, not Doctor Who, but anyway, the Doctor gives us his sonar screwdriver. If you miss that, and if you just bail out of there, you can't actually go back. It's locked you out. You said you don't have any more quarters, and that's it. That was a choice by the game developer to say you have no quarters and not let you back in. But I guess that just locks you out from beating the game.
Yeah, it's funny because it almost kind of seemed like a callback to the game, the previous game where you walk into a room and immediately get eaten by the dog if you have the meat on you. Except, the game doesn't end there. If you just went in to the Doctor Who zone and were killed, at least you would know to respawn and try again. But this, you can just leave and then continue about your day and never be able to get back. So shame on them for putting this in.
I think we noticed in Hugo 1, there was one instance where that could happen, where you could accidentally soft lock yourself and prevent yourself from winning. So we found that once in Hugo 1, and we found that 3 times at least in Hugo 2. So it's it's a choice, I think, on the programmer's part.
Strange choice.
Adds to the longevity of the game, I guess.
I suppose so.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So Eric has shared his save file with us, and we're gonna keep trying. Hopefully we'll be able to finish here. So
I believe we are close to the end at this point.
All right. So we got another game lined up after this. We're gonna play Super Mario World, a true classic. So all right. So we're at 294 out of 350 points. We are carrying these items on screen here: matches, catnip, album. What's the album? Oh, photo album, right.
The photo album, yeah.
Bell, bottle magnifier, lamp, screwdriver, and gun. So I think I expect the next thing we're supposed to do is try and open the safe using the screwdriver.
That sounds about right. That's where we got stuck last time because we didn't have the screwdriver.
Yes, and I think I just looked it up, in our walkthrough to see what the heck had gone on.
Yeah.
So
you got to use the right verbs.
All right. Okay. So let's look at safe first of all here. See, this is silly. It tells you, if this was any other game, this would be a clear hint that you need the combination.
Unless you know the combination, but yes, the combination doesn't help here.
Okay. How about open safe with screwdriver?
Yes, that'll do it.
That'll do it.
You misspelled screwdriver though.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
How embarrassing. Open safe with screwdriver. Amazing. Are you sure you haven't done this before? Anyway, the safe is empty apart from one solitary document, which you pick up. At the top of the document is the word will. Let's read will. You have found the will of great Uncle Horace. The date on it appears to be very recent. Most of it is in legalese. That's not really how you would spell legalese, but anyway. And rather fine print. Reading further, with the aid of your magnifier, you get to the inheritance. So now
magnifier.
Now it's using stuff for us?
I guess that's why we needed that magnifier.
Yeah. Shock horror.
Oh my. Uncle Horace has left a fortune to Hugo.
To Hugo. All right.
Well, that's it. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, what else is going on here? So, Eric, you were saying
that
we're looking for clues, and we have some.
So I'll finish, I guess, filling in because I got us back to exactly where we were when we left last time, which was that we had done everything we possibly could in the house apart from this safe. So we'd already discovered a few other clues. We talked to our aunt, who had a letter that had important information, and we had snuck past the maid and found a photo album that had interesting things. So in fact, we could look at the photo album again just to see what that clue was.
Okay. Okay. It shows Hugo with a young girl of about the same age standing in front of a huge pointed tower. Something about the girl strikes you as being very familiar.
Mm-hmm. And that's it. So we've gotten all our clues, I think.
Oh, policeman.
Yes.
That's new. Should I follow?
Oh, it's a party.
I think so.
Oh, everybody's here.
Oh, we got the genie and everything.
Whodunit?
Mm-hmm.
The genie is what we figured is. Oh, actually, you can actually see right there. The gardener and the genie are both the reused artwork from Igor in the first game.
Yeah.
It appears Officer Higgins has gathered all the occupants of the house in order to sort this matter out. Indeed. I can't move, so it's just gonna play out somehow.
I think so.
Oh. I guess the snake is also a suspect in this? Well, now, since we can't find Great Uncle Horace, we really can't prove that what you say is true. He looks around at the others and continues. Since there are apparently no other witnesses, we really don't have much to go on. You interrupt Officer Higgins excitedly to tell him that you think you know who the killer is. Suddenly, everyone in the room goes quiet. Higgins' eyes open wide. Higgins's eyes open wide, and he looks at you with a curious expression.
Mm-hmm.
Well then, Penelope, we're all waiting. Perhaps you would like to tell us the name of the killer. Well, who done it? Okay, I guess I have to guess now. So what are our clues? What are our clues that we have here?
Oh, I didn't realize we were going to have to actually solve it ourselves at this point.
Okay.
I did see in the walkthrough what the answer is.
Is it a reasonable answer, or is it like the snake, or is it like Hugo, or is it Horace himself,
or Penelope?
I don't know. I guess we can see what happens. Can we save right now?
Yeah, I think so, probably. Oh no, we can't.
No, we can't. Okay, well we've got to save not too far back, so we can try just guessing some things and see what happens.
All right. I don't know.
Wait, do you want me to go first? I can guess somebody, and then if that doesn't work, I'll just go back.
Sure.
It's funny that it won't let you do anything. Okay, go. Give us a guess.
You can tell us what happens if there's any text or anything.
Okay. Who do you want me to guess? The aunt? Or what was her name?
I can't remember what her name was now.
Here, I'll just put it was the aunt. Your cousin Harry shouts out, "You're wrong, you're wrong. Ha! I didn't think you'd guess right. You see, I know exactly what happened. It all started like this."
So it doesn't matter?
Okay, so yeah, just put something in. See
I've guessed as well. The wrong thing.
Okay,
Yep.
I typed in
text.
I typed in snake. Okay.
So it wasn't the snake.
Yeah. As Cousin Harry explains the mystery to everybody, you can't help wondering where Hugo was during all of this. We return to Hugo for the final puzzle and the startling conclusion of the mystery.
Okay.
Ah, old school.
So we play as Hugo now.
Okay, what are we looking at here?
His nice pink pants.
Yeah, the CGA graphic pants he carried over to 16 color. Newspaper and a pencil. All right. Let's read the newspaper and see what we get here. You glance at the paper. It looks like someone's been doing the crossword. Only one clue remains unsolved. A valuable food fish of the family Clupidae. 7 letters.
Food fish.
Food fish. How about haddock?
Okay.
I don't know. Does that help? Do I
don't
like?
know.
If I like
Wanna
take
save?
if I take the pencil, can you save here? You can save at least here.
Yeah.
I'm like adding more saves just in case. Can I like write haddock? I have no idea. I have no idea if that's the right. Write on newspaper.
Okay, well, I'm going to try... We got some other stuff going on here. We've got... In the box room?
Okay, here we go. It is the receptacle to catch the dirty washing coming down the dirty washing machine chute.
Oh, I think I know what the answer to the newspaper is. Not haddock, but herring.
Herring?
I think it's going to be a herring.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, he got me then.
It is a red room. Yeah.
Can I climb up chute? The walls of the chute are perfectly smooth and offer no chance of climbing it. Do we have any inventory here? No.
Just
I tried-
paper and pencil.
I tried open door.
I didn't... I said I was looking at the walkthrough, but I stopped at the last room, so I don't know what the answer is here.
Okay. We're only a few points away.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, walk to the tub? I typed get in tub and it said try walking there.
I think it always says that. I think it always, if you type in to go somewhere, I think it always just tells you to walk there.
So if you just type the word herring, it doesn't solve anything.
Oh, that's funny.
You catch on fast.
Oh, I got you catch on fast. Okay. All right. Open box? Is that a box?
Yeah, I don't know what this box in the corner is supposed to be doing here.
Move box? No. Pick up box?
Oh, look at the door. There's something.
Oh, is there? Looking through the keyhole, you can see the key has been left in the lock. Too bad it's on the other side.
Okay,
Use
can we do
the pencil?
Yeah, maybe. Put pencil in keyhole. No.
Use pencil on door. Unlock door with pencil. Turn knob. How about knock on door?
I did push key with pencil.
Okay.
Huh.
You hear a soft thud as the key drops out of the keyhole onto the carpet on the other side of the door. I'm afraid now it's out of your reach forever.
Oh no.
Oh, we should have put the paper down first or something.
Oh yeah, and you could pull the paper through. That's good.
I bet
we're gonna have to
you.
load.
Yeah, I bet you we have to reload. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I can reload.
I tried doing put paper under door before,
Okay.
and it didn't work. But
Slide paper?
maybe. Yes, that worked.
Slide newspaper?
Slide newspaper, yeah.
Okay, there we go.
All right.
Use.
There we go. Push key with pencil.
Yeah, push key with pencil. Nice. See, the game is now pushing us through. It's not asking us to even do all the verbs anymore.
Yeah. We're 1 point off.
Oh, it's Great
I might
Uncle
have missed
Horace.
something. Oh, look, he's not dead.
Not even dead.
Nobody killed him.
Where on earth have you been hiding, eh? I've been searching high and low for you. I've a favor to ask. Man, this is big. I've been rehearsing my new play up in my study with your cousin Harry. Trouble is, Hugo, we're a bit stuck on the murder scene. I play the victim and Harry plays the murderer, but we need someone to play the part of the investigator. I was rather hoping you'd help. So we're just like, oh, I guess he's not dead. Let's just Oh, so that was just a cute ending?
There you go.
The end. We've got a viewer in the comments giving us a bit of help. We might have missed it.
Thanks, Tense.
We got the pencil through the door and everything.
There. So this true DOS game that actually just like kicks you out to DOS when you're done. Just like let's get out of here.
So we did miss a point.
Yes.
Yeah, it was probably some little tiny thing. We've had that a bunch of times. Like
yeah.
There was some stuff that wasn't used. Like I'm still surprised.
That magnifying glass. I'm annoyed that that's all the magnifying glass did the whole game.
Wasn't the the room at the start? Weren't there like a couple rooms that just weren't used? Like there was the baby's room with blocks on the ground. There was the first room that like had a bird. I don't think the bird ever helped.
No, it was the desk, I think. Or what? No, did the desk do anything?
Yeah, the desk had the key in it, I think.
That's right.
And there was a balloon in the baby room, but I think it was a red herring or something.
Okay, all right. Yeah. Okay, so there concludes the Hugo trilogy. I feel like a chapter of my like early, PC gaming life is closed finally.
Yes.
Decades later.
Only took 3 videos.
Yeah, only took 3 videos to actually get through it. All right.
Hugo 2 was really the one that beat us. The other 2 went just fine. I guess we had played through 1 and 3 before.
Yes, I had played through 3 a couple times, I think. I think I was pretty familiar with that one. All right, so we're going to switch gears now, and we're just going to have a fun time. So I was up with my baby a lot last night, so I figured that this stream may not be as long as the one last week me and Raph were on for like a little over 2 hours. Pretty amazing. And we got 3 games. So we thought we'd just pick a game that would be just fun to play. And we settled on Super Mario World. Who doesn't like Super Mario World?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Let's get some volume here. All right, so what do you want to try and do though here? So our options are that we could just start playing through it, or we could try and do the shortest route to finish the game. That's always fun. What do you think?
I need guidance on that. I've played the game lots, but I wouldn't know how to speed through it or anything. But if you wanted to guide us on that, you could.
Yeah, let's try that, because I think that'll be good. We can do that. So, it's basically we play the first world normally, and then in the second world we get to the Star World. Take an alternate exit, get to the Star World, and then you go through the Star World stages right to Bowser's Castle, and then beat the game.
Okay, I'm just trying to get set up here. I just need a moment.
Okay, I'll play the first level off to the left, which actually isn't required. So while Eric gets ready, don't want to leave Eric behind. Ooh, do I have to set up? Oh, okay, my controller the way I like it. Actually, might change my controller here too. There we go. Right, left, down, up. What is that?
Oh boy.
A, B. I need to look at a real controller to see which is which here. Okay, X is the top button. And Y.
Yeah, I've sort of wondered whether it's deliberate. It seems like it must be deliberate that each of the consoles has the sort of keys in different locations. Microsoft must have just not been allowed to put A, B, X, Y in the same locations.
Yeah, I think it's always been, halfway between a question of, having an identity for your console and just not wanting to get in trouble for copying another layout.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I think I'm set up. My controller feels good. I think I'm good to go.
All
Are you all set up, Raph?
Yep.
Sweet.
All right, so I'll just finish this level here, and we can go about the shorter route. So, yeah, I remember we used to, I really like this game. Level design's great. There's lots of great kind of gimmicky stuff, like near the end, like the chocolate island levels, where you've got to figure out some weird timing stuff that I never did really solve. Like, we figured out how to get through the level, but I never understood the patterns.
I always liked, the secret on secret on secret sort of pathways through the world that you can find. Especially through the overworld, right? It's sort of that the whole overworld in the first place is a bit of meta, and then being able to have secret paths through it is pretty cool.
Yeah, and that's what we're going to exploit, really, in this one here.
Of course, Mario 3 did that, too.
Mario 3 had some good stuff like that, too. Oh, I screwed up.
I'll be honest, I never actually really played this much.
No?
My first game was Pilot Wings, which I kind of stuck to, and then I kind of went to like Mortal Kombat and whatnot, but I never really played this. I only really got to play when I went to somebody else's house.
Oh, yeah.
Because they had it, but I never did. No.
So you had a Super Nintendo, though?
Oh, yeah.
So it's interesting, then, because I think I was always of the impression that right from the get-go, Mario World was the pack-in. Was it Pilot Wings? Must have been a pack-in, too, at some point, then, maybe?
You know what? I think I got it late late at some point where it was not included. I think it was like a... I can remember they would call it something like the core set. Yes.
I have a clear memory of going into like a Kmart or something and asking them how much a Super Nintendo was, and they told me it was $1.99. And as a kid, I assumed they meant like $1.99. And I was like, yes, I'll take one.
Yes. Nice. Yeah, I had a Super Nintendo from the get-go, and we definitely had this, so played through it my share of times.
I'm going to rotate my buttons here.
Yes. I did have a 64 the first week it came out.
Oh, yeah? Really?
Yeah. I did. It was just a whim. I think I just asked for it, and they're like, yeah, okay. So the first two games were Mario 64 and Pilot Wings, which is funny. I guess, Pilot Wings is something... They haven't really done it since Mario 6 and Nintendo 64. I guess
I haven't done Pilot Wings.
No, not for the Switch or the Wii or whatever.
I just changed my controls around a bit, so I'm using a Sega Saturn pad, and it doesn't really holding down the thumb button doesn't work so well.
All right, we're getting started on Yoshi 2?
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. All right.
Now I've screwed up my whole control system here. Okay.
And we're not doing the arbitrary code execution to warp straight to the end of the game in this level. Yes. Yes,
that would be the ultimate speed run, but can't do that. So yeah, if anybody's unaware of that that amazing speed run that you can do on this level, you can do it on any, well, maybe not any level, but this level was one that was an early contender for the easiest way anyway. You can arrange memory by moving enemies around and spitting out Yoshi shells at some point, and then cause a glitch that then causes the Super Nintendo to interpret those memory, the data in memory, as a program, and plays the program, which actually just forwards you to the end of the game, and technically you've beaten the game. And there's an excellent YouTube video of somebody like doing it like in person for real for the first time. Like the first successful human attempt was recorded, so it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, normally that would definitely be the sort of thing that you could program a task to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, to do the precise inputs. I think it's been done a number of times now by humans, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think by now, because it's something that's practicable, for sure. And you know what always happens with with speedruns and especially that type is that
Once it's
the
done,
first
right?
person to do it doesn't do the most efficient version, right?
Right.
People figure out setups so that Zelda's Ocarina of Time is a great example where a lot of the technicality goes into setting up precise angles that your character is facing, and you do that by like rolling into a wall and turning this way. So this arbitrary code execution glitch that's available involves very precise pixel positioning. So finding good setups for those data could make it significantly easier. You gotta wonder if anybody ever actually actually just came across that glitch, like just playing the game, like just one day. At least the glitch. I guess the glitch must have been known. The glitch must occasionally happen. I can't remember. The glitch has to do with mistakenly ending up with the football guy. I can't remember his real name in the game. Like in your mouth as Yoshi. Somehow triggers this glitch.
Right. I think my video cut out for a little while there, but I'm back.
Yeah, I saw it dip out, but you're back now.
Yeah, I think actually it's not an internet problem. I think it's a CPU problem. I was told my CPU was overloaded.
Oh, interesting. Wait, another benefit of having Yoshi is you can bounce off those things. Eric,
Yeah,
you're playing this on RetroArch or something?
I am, yes.
Yeah.
I was actually at the start. That's what I needed to do, was just download the SNES core for it.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, I feel like I'm not doing my child self a great service. Normally I'd be playing through these and trying to find all the secrets and stuff, but right now I'm just working on going through them fast. It's good enough.
Yeah, Raph, what would you say you fall in on the range of get through the game versus discover every secret?
So it depends. If I were to play this without speedrunning, I would get every single coin.
Oh yeah?
And everything. Oh yeah. I like the completeness, especially if it tells me if I'm going to complete something. But yeah, generally I try to get everything, but not on the first go.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do that probably on the second go, or once I feel comfortable enough.
I am firmly on the get through the game like as fast as possible. There's very few collectibles or achievements or anything that have really captured my interest like in any game. I would say one thing I really enjoyed that I thought actually was something actually worth doing was is collecting all the different cars to drive in LA Noire. Because for whatever reason I just found like driving around in that city to be like really enjoyable. And the car programming was good enough, like so that it was interesting to actually drive around. I would try and drive around like with traffic rules and see if I could actually like stay on the road properly. But even RPGs, like I had to hope. Like let's say like I'm playing Final Fantasy 3 right now. I just have to hope the game expects me to skip everything, like skip getting all the items, skip getting the best weapons, skip getting because I just don't do it. I don't do any of the tile hunting. I don't go around and check every possible spot to see if I can get there.
For the Final Fantasy, is the biggest thing you might miss out on there is not necessarily the items, but the experience.
Mm-hmm.
Those JRPGs, I think, often do expect you to have spent a fair bit of time in each area, sort of, so that you've grinded up to the right level.
Yeah.
So that can end up sort of biting you. It just makes the game harder. So
I have a funny story about that. That happened recently. So I was playing it. I don't know the locations well enough to remember what I was doing, but there was a series of fights in a row that just made you keep doing a bunch of fights and led to a boss. And I could get through the fights, but I would lose at the boss every time. And what I eventually figured out though was there's a little built-in thing because those fights lead up to the boss, gain you experience. The game actually let you keep the experience when you would reload the save. Yeah. So you continue as many times as you want. So you were incrementally getting up. You know what happened? I didn't take everybody on my party. I only took 3 out of the 4 people. I didn't realize there was 4 slots or something like that.
Oh, really?
It's my you can tell my ignorance of Final Fantasy for sure.
Yeah, in retrospect, I mean, I probably shouldn't, even though, very few games actually reward you for going through everything.
Well, don't worry, Raph, I'm totally with you, except you were saying you'd only do it on the second playthrough, and for me, that's playthrough number 1 for sure.
Yeah, okay.
Getting every coin, getting all the secrets. I'm with you on that. But, I also, as I've gotten older, I've tried to kick that habit again, because, sometimes it gets in the way of enjoyment.
That's true.
I always like these things, even though they're just random. I think they're random.
I'm sure somebody figured it out.
My favorite thing in the game.
So many interesting... Oh yeah, that's right. There's a... Can't really... I don't know if I can take Yoshi up here at all. I don't think there's a way to get Yoshi up here because I can't fly. I think I have to leave Yoshi behind here. Or just exit out the way I came in. Can I do that? No.
Do you need Yoshi to go to kind of do a speed run?
Nope.
Okay.
Oh, are we planning to... So there's multiple exits out of this level, is that right?
Yeah, so you have to take the exit that leads to the ghost house.
Okay, so
I'm pretty sure that's the... Yes, I think... Yeah, I can't remember now. We'll find out. Kind of lost the...
one that heads into the water a bit, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
We have to end up going, off to the right.
Okay. Yeah, I think for that we need to use the cape. I don't remember exactly what we need to do with that, though.
Oops. Oh dear, oh dear. I feel like my controller's really loud. Are you guys hearing that clacking a lot?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
Yeah, not bad.
Okay, I need this feather.
Oh, I think... Do I need to have unlocked the yellow blocks to do the better exit?
Are you still on this level with the...
Yeah, with the first one with the gates.
Okay. No, because I think that actual extra exit is green blocks, actually. I don't think you need yellow blocks anywhere. Where are you guys now? How far are you guys?
Back to this?
Oh, don't ask.
Oops.
I'm not over the bridge yet.
Okay, well, let's.
That's where you are. All right. Cool.
I'm gonna let Raph see if Raph can catch up. I'm gonna play through this level normally using the just fly through the whole level.
So you said not over the bridge yet, Raph. Does that mean... Okay, that bridge. Okay,
on the map, yeah.
Gotcha.
Oops.
Oh, don't wait for me. I have a feeling I may have to restart.
Ooh. make some good moves here. Yeah, so I haven't mentioned this yet. I'm on playing on a MiSTer FPGA, and which is a MiSTer FPGA itself is a software project that works on an FPGA development board you can buy from DigiKey or some other places. A little single board computer, and it's got an SD card slot and HDMI output built right in, and you can use some simple converters to play on your CRT. I'm playing with a Sega Saturn USB pad from Amazon. It's a really great system for playing retro consoles, and it supports right now pretty much every console up to like Neo Geos, and which includes Super Nintendo, obviously, and not N64, sorry, Sega Genesis. And it may support Sega Saturn soon. There's some news on Twitter that he's been working through different sections of it, and has been successful in like booting through the CD block into some test programs. So that's a great start. Saturn and PlayStation 1 are pretty much considered to be the likely limit to what the MiSTer FPGA can do.
When you say he, is it a single guy that sort of develops that device?
No, there are many core developers. They all kind of have different specialty, I guess. And but I'm not sure. Like I'm not sure what other cores the Saturn guy has done. Quite a few of the cores are. Oh, I shouldn't have gotten that. Quite a few of the cores are written by, like, the project leader, known as Sorg. A lot of the arcade cores have recently, like the more advanced ones, like all the CPS2 games from Capcom, are done by Yotego.
Tent says that PS1 work is coming along as well, and we'll see if they can cram it in.
There was an issue with PS1, which is that the main developer decided to leave the project, and I think people were thinking that it might just take quite a while to find somebody who had the all the skills to be able to take that on and finish it. So if you're reading something that says that there's progress, that's good.
So my tie-in story is interesting because you mentioned that they might be doing Sega Saturn. So today I loaded up for the first time. I've never seen it before. Street Fighter 2 Alpha, and on the SNES on the Super Nintendo. So I'm playing it, and I start noticing that there's a bunch of lag.
Yeah.
In certain spot, like loading screen, and I found out somebody kind of made a nice video about it. But I thought it was the FPGA at first. I'm like, oh man, maybe the emulation's wrong or something. Because every time you would start a fight, it would pause for 4 seconds.
Yes.
And it'd be very slow and very annoying. But apparently it's something that's...
just the game?
No, it's a Nintendo chip that reads the music, I believe. Something along those lines. And it just takes a long time.
Yes, I think it's probably that probably all the sound effect samples are compressed, I bet. And it's probably taking a moment to decompress into a little section of memory.
So there is a patch that somebody's made, or a hacked ROM, and basically it bypasses that line of code to look for it. And actually somebody's, I think, rewritten the music so that it sounds better.
Oh, interesting.
But I mean, if they're going to develop the Sega Saturn, that probably just solves all your problems there. For that one game, anyway. But...
Yes, I think a lot of people are looking for the Sega Saturn core for sure. Okay, I believe the solution for this level is that I need to fly up, but I need to get a feather first.
And I'm just going to reply to Tense here in the chat. Yeah, that's the nice thing about FPGA. The core is so good that it emulates the hardware problem as well.
Yeah. So. Bugs and all.
Oh yeah, this is the first exit, so this will get me out of the But will this go the right way? Yeah, I recently purchased a collection of 70 Sega Saturn games from somebody who had them, and it's interesting because the guy didn't really want to say much about them. He wasn't like, didn't have a list of the games. He wouldn't put all the titles there, but I emailed him anyway, and I said, you know, I said, are they all legit games? Like, are they? I know they were all Japanese games, but are they copies or are they all original? Do they mostly have their artwork and manuals? And he said yes. So he didn't want very much for them, so I bought it. And it's there's almost nothing out of the 70 games that I could actually play. Almost all of them are like RPGs, visual novels, or like strip mahjong games. There's like nothing playable. So unfortunately, that whole set's gonna go, like, probably just end up on eBay.
Strip mahjong. That sounds interesting.
Yes, interesting with nudity on the game art, which shows quite a difference between North American and so I think what I need to do is get to a star road here. So is this the fastest way? Because I can get to a star road from here. Right? There's a star road off to the left here.
Is there? I don't remember the route. I'm just following what you're doing. I'm where you are.
All right, I'm gonna play Donut Secret 2 anyway. Let's see where this leads. See if this reminds me. Maybe it'll become clear. Didn't really know about those coin, those little coin, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
As a kid, didn't really know what you're supposed to do with them, but you can actually control the direction with the direction pad.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. How you doing?
Oh, I'm not going to survive this. Yeah, I thought in my mind I had the most efficient method to beat the game. Oh, I died again. But I think I might be missing something here. But I'll get through this level and I'll look at the map again.
It's definitely a nice tease, if nothing else, where we're sort of on the overworld, seeing the end of the game.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of neat too. Yeah, it seemed like you weren't supposed to be there yet. How are you doing, Ralph? Where are you?
Still pretty far back. It's been a while since I played this.
Oh, man. Good thing I have a lot of lives here. The game does give you a lot of opportunities to build up your lives. There's a level that's like above Vanilla Dome you can get to, and there's a spot where you can generate just a ton of free lives. Like you can generate like over 40. Can I go up here? Oh, this is one of these P levels. There's great videos on YouTube of a ragtime pianist who could like play all these songs like on site because they were all written with like proper like ragtime piano, like motifs.
Nice.
Nice.
Tom Breer, I think it is?
I'm wondering, do we need to have done a different exit from the ghost house?
Let me see if I can, like, look really quick at the, look at the whole map, because I'm trying to think. I'm like, isn't there another Star Road hidden in there somewhere? I'm going to see if I can take a look at it here.
I think that might be what we're missing, is a different exit from the ghost world.
Super Mario World, Star Road map. Where's the first one? Yes, you're absolutely right. So that's exactly what we're missing. I mentioned earlier that I thought in the ghost house you had to
Have the cape.
had to have the cape.
Right. Yeah, I remember.
That's what I'm missing. I'm gonna go back to this level down here and grab some capes. I always used to do this when I was a kid too.
Yeah. Nice. I've popped back into the ghost world, so I was going to try a different exit, but I think you're right, you need the cape.
You can do the old start and select to exit the level if you've beaten it once already.
I might do that. I'm just going to see what happens here. There's a... Hang on, there's a plant that you can climb up, I think. I will report back, but I think you might not need the cape.
Okay. Where's the other one? There's one here. Oh man, this game is... One more time.
Yes, I think I am where I want to be without
a cape?
the cape.
Okay.
Yeah. I've got a boss battle against a big ghoul.
Alright, okay. Alright, here we go. So what game were we playing where we were laughing that all these little bits were stolen? One of the games we played last week.
Oh.
Or no, it was...
Was it Mix
Quackshot.
MC Kids?
Was it Quackshot? Yeah, Quackshot had like the spinning things like that.
Yes.
Quackshot definitely had some rip-offs from Mario.
Yes. Okay, I got up there with a cape anyway. Oh, I need the P thing.
Yeah, so, sorry, I'm back. I think I disconnected. What I did is, I didn't even need this, the cape, but if you hit the P, and then you go where that door was just below you, and you hit the block above. It'll do
okay, so one of those
thing.
blocks. Okay, I see.
Yeah, and you can just climb up it. Yeah, this is where I was. I got the boo battle.
Hopefully it's just 3 hits, because I'm keep getting hit here. There we go. There's a blinky block glitch on mine. There it goes. Okay, so now, yeah, we're now at the Star World, so, I think you only have to go 1 or 2, maybe you have to go all the way around to make it out to the Bowser one. Most of the Star World ones are, like, just for fun.
Yeah, the first one's definitely not a challenge so far.
Yeah.
I think some of them are, though. I seem to remember having some difficulty.
This, brick breaking thing reminds me a lot of, oh, I got the key. Reminds me a lot of, Super Mario Bros. 2, where you have to, like, dig, which was the most anxiety-inducing, like, video game activity for me, when you have to, like, dig through,
the digging, yeah.
Yeah, so this is kind of funny.
And the flying mask guy is always scary once you
Phantos.
do yeah. Oh, you found a key to get out of there. I did not.
Yeah, if you go to the right, you'll get a key. All of these exits require a key. If you exit
Oh yeah,
normal.
okay. If you exit normally, you just bounce back. Okay. Gotta go to the right, you said?
Oops. Oh, I lost my Yoshi. I think you can't catch up to a Yoshi if you lose them. I don't think it's necessary. Yeah, go to the right. Keep going to the
Yeah,
right,
okay,
and that's where
got
you'll
it.
find the key.
Done. So, okay, that Star Road brings us into... Yeah, it's not where we want to be yet.
This guy's not going to leave me alone. Am I going to make it? I made it. Okay. So, Raph and I have both been trying to figure out our like capture situation for this. So I'm doing a kind of a silly thing, which is that my custom MiSTer system that I made only outputs analog video. So mine goes right to my... I have like a switcher and a distribution amplifier that goes to my broadcast monitor, but also my PC CRT. So if I put in the 486 core, then it'll show up on my PC CRT that I have here too. So what I actually do for the capture is I run the analog signal into an OSSC, an open source scan converter, and scan double it up to 480p or higher, and then use StarTech capture. So it's a total roundabout way because the MiSTer natively outputs HDMI. So if I was only capturing HDMI on a regular basis, then I would just go straight to the capture card. But because I'm using the CRTs, and because I have other systems set up here that I will use on the CRTs and sometimes capture, it's much easier to just put the MiSTer to analog and then capture it all that way. But very convoluted. A lot of BNC cables here.
Mr. Digger, I must have missed that comment. I'm not sure what Mr. Digger is about, Tense.
I don't know either.
Oh, just maybe just about when we were digging through the blocks.
Oh, Mr. Driller, maybe you're thinking of? Okay, let's see if this is where I need to go. No, that's not it either. So yeah, I think if I had gone to a different Star Road, it might have been faster. Excuse me. But I think I only need to do one more, and then I will have access to all the Star Roads. I also didn't have a Super Nintendo as a kid, so it's actually kind of amazing that I remember so much. I think even as a kid, I had like better game skills than my friends. Like I'm talking like kindergarten, grade 1, grade 2 kind of time, where I had friends that had Super Nintendos and I didn't have one. But I like have memories that like I was the preferred player. I don't know if I just had better game control at that point with the controller.
Did you have any friends that had the 3DO system?
3DO, no.
I had one, and the only game was the racing game with...
Original Need for Speed, maybe?
No, the one with like it had looked like video, like character. It wasn't very good now that I look at it, but...
Oh yeah, it might have been like Crash and Burn.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a popular one.
Yeah, I remember that was like being like, the top thing of like having like real video in a video game, but...
Yeah. Well, I remember very clearly, I had a friend who, his dad was just way into technology, so like they often had like... Well, they had a big projection TV, which was like unheard of at the time. Like it was crazy that they had this big TV. And they got the PlayStation really early, like when it was released. And I went to go play it, and it was like insane to play a PlayStation game on this big projection TV where like, I'd never seen a TV bigger than the big, console TVs we used to have on the ground. Which were like what, 25-inch maybe? And the games, I'm pretty sure they were like this. It was definitely right when PlayStation came out, because all the games were long box games. Like they weren't normal CD cases; they were these big cardboard ones, the same size as Sega Saturn and same size as 3DO games, I think. Maybe 3DO were a bit differently sized, but the games I remember he had were Rayman, which is still an excellent game. I have it here somewhere. I have it right beside me. But I think
I regret when I bought my Switch, I had a choice between two free games. One of them was the Rayman sort of collection.
Rayman Origins, I think, right?
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
I didn't go for that. I went for Mario plus Rabbids. And
yeah.
I played about half an hour of it and sort of just gave it up.
Yeah, I can see that. So my friend had Rayman, which was an excellent game, and he also had Street Fighter the movie, the game. Which, looked pretty amazing at the time, but I think even then we recognized it wasn't like as fun as just playing Street Fighter 2 on Super Nintendo. Yeah, and it wasn't until many years later that I finally bought a PlayStation. I bought it at Costco. We bought Cool Borders 2, I think was the only game we had, and I also bought a box of those little strawberry marshmallows. And so, like, anytime if I ever like have one of those, it like really brings me back to like sitting down, like just playing the heck out of Cool Borders 2 on PlayStation 1 and getting sick off of these these things. So I'm in a bit of a conundrum here.
Are you unsure how to?
Well, I don't have the green
level?
blocks, so normally I would just go down there, but I think I have to I think you can probably like jump down and then launch off Yoshi.
Okay.
I'm gonna do that.
Watch and see how it goes for you, because I'm in the same situation.
Yeah, so what button is my jump? What's the easiest? That one, okay. Alright, okay, here we go. Bye, Yoshi. Sorry, you've done all you can do. Oh no, there's more.
Okay.
I'm gonna go from the other side, maybe.
Yeah, I'll try that.
Tense in the comments said he had a friend who had Neo Geo. That would have been insane.
Yeah.
I can remember seeing only, like, in retail once ever seeing anything related to Neo Geo, and it was, I think they were selling Neo Geo CD at Future Shop, like on a blowout price, and it was still like $600 or something. I never saw like a home console ever. In fact, when I started collecting games, I was pretty young, and I go to the flea market all the time, and the guy at one of the game booths said, "Oh yeah, I have Neo Geo. I can bring you that." Like, it wasn't there was a point where like it wasn't highly sought after. And so
you had one, right? I remember playing that at your house.
Yeah,
obviously not like early days, but
I would have had it at some point. Yeah, and
sorry guys, I'll be right back.
Okay, I was expecting. I didn't realize there was a home console. So when the guy kept telling me that he was going to bring me a Neo Geo, I was like, "Dad, you have to bring the truck. Like, we have to bring this arcade console home. Like, it's it's not going to fit." And then I remember going in every week. The guy didn't bring it for a few weeks. I remember like looking in and being like, "Well, there's obviously no arcade machine here. So like, how am I gonna get this thing?" So anyway, eventually figured out that there is a home console. So I think to finish this off, Eric, I think we're gonna have to like come in here with cape and like float in. Okay. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go back and take the blue Yoshi out, and I'm gonna fly there. Blue, okay. When you have a shell in your mouth as blue Yoshi, you can fly.
Right. I couldn't remember what the different. I wonder, is there like a shell hopping strategy where you can hop off the shell from the right or something?
Maybe.
But I don't know. I trust you. Oh no, I got to it. Oh, but you need a shell once you get down there. I got to it with the Yoshi.
Oh, you did?
Yes, but then you need a shell to break a block. Or a cape. A cape would do it. You just need to be able to, it's got like a block on the ground that you got to be able to hit to get the key out.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna.
Okay.
That'll make sense, and I'll bring Blue Yoshi over, and that should work.
That's when you can spit the shell out. Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah.
Cool. Which one is Blue Yoshi in?
I think the like top left one.
Top left. Okay, thanks. Magician Lord and King of Monsters.
Oh, I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it.
No.
No, I flew too long with the shell.
Tent
Back
says
another one.
he had Magician Lord and King of Monsters in the for Neo Geo.
Yeah, so I got a great collection at once, and it's funny because it, at the time seemed very expensive. So I was working at a game booth in the flea market, and somebody traded in a huge set, like 14 games. I mean, it was still like mostly older stuff. Like nothing like past the year 2000 or anything. It was an old collection, and but there was like 14 games. They're all American releases, and so we like bought them into the store, and my boss kind of said, he's like, well, I kind of only bought these because I figured you'd buy them. You'd buy them for me. I'm like, whatever, okay. Well, that's what I was gonna do anyway. But his method for pricing them, because like you really couldn't tell back then what things were worth. Like eBay wasn't enough going on that you could really tell. So his solution was to charge 50 cents per meg listed on the cart. So a game like Magician Lord is like a 50 mega, so it's like, okay, that's like $25, no problem. But then like one of the games was like, Samurai Showdown 2, which was like 300 and something. Like the meg counts. I lost my Yoshi. The meg counts got really big. So to buy this set eventually cost me like $1,200. And I bought it, and I had it for a long time, and when I sold it I made like quite a bit of money. But if I had those games now, like that set would, I don't know, that set would probably be worth like, $5,000 or something. Actually, I have another interesting story about that particular set of Neo Geo stuff. So, I was still younger then. I was probably like, I don't know, 15 or 16, and hadn't done enough trading on the internet that I like could tell when something was too good to be true. So I had been advertising on a news group that I wanted to trade some of these cartridges, and somebody emailed me and they're like, oh, I have some stuff to trade, and they were offering me, what I didn't know were extremely rare cartridges. Like they were offering me, like, for example, Neo Turf Masters, really great golf game, and that's one of the more expensive games that you can buy on the home console as a collectible now. But it was expensive even back then. I didn't really know that, so I was like, okay, this sounds cool. So we like made a deal, and I sent my stuff, and it was like to West Virginia. Sent all this stuff. I'm in Canada, by the way, and nothing ever shows up. Like months later, guy stops emailing me, or like, I don't know, kind of strung me along, saying he couldn't get to the post office or whatever. And I eventually realized that I was getting scammed, so I like filled out a police report online for the in the state, and like months later I get a phone call, and it's this back landline days, a cordless phone, and it says WV State Police. And I'm like, what? Like, what if... I've totally forgotten about this by then, right? And in the meantime, figured out this guy is a scammer, so I thought I'd never hear anything about it. But yeah, so I pick up the phone, and they ask me who I am, and I say, I'm the right person. And they're like, can you like describe the contents of your package? So I had an email of what I had sent out, so I listed everything. But I forgot a controller. I had also sent a controller along, and he said that. He's like, oh, and a controller, right? And I was like, yeah, and a controller. He's like, yeah, well, we have it all here. He's like, the guy was arrested for fraud. He was using his neighbor's address, and he would just like go pick up stuff off the porch when it arrived. So like they couldn't really figure out it was him for a while. So I was like, oh yeah, that's it. And then so I think he just told me like, we'll be in touch, or like whatever. Like obviously I couldn't do anything in Canada. Like I wasn't gonna like testify or anything. But then like a few weeks later, I got a certified check in the mail. I guess what they do in this case is just like, compensate the victims, and they just auction off the stuff later. So they gave me the book value of these games that I had sent, which was probably more than the resale value of them at the time anyway. So that was like the weirdest way I've ever like made any money, getting scammed and having it returned to me by the police. That was crazy.
All right, so it looks like we've made it to Bowser's Castle.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, you're doing the last?
I'm in it now, so I have to give it a try.
Gotcha.
Oops.
Yeah, I think we all have stories, not about not realizing the full value of things. Well, I guess it depends on the time and how much life experience you have. Like, I remember with synthesizers, what was it, at least like 10 years ago. There would be times that I would like, I think my first synthesizer, my real synthesizer that I bought was a Roland D50. And I think I got it for like $300 or something.
Graf, is your, can you turn your audio up a little bit? Do you have control
can you
of
hear
that?
me now?
Yes, better.
Okay, sorry. No, I was just saying, like, everyone has those, those experiences of like buying or having the, the chance to buy things that you don't know the value of. Especially when it comes to like, in my case, like synthesizers. Well, I'm sure you have some stories about that too.
So you're saying you had a D50?
Yeah, I had a D50 that I bought off a guy, and in passing, he told me, "Oh, I also have this other synthesizer that I'll sell it to you for $100." And I didn't have the extra money there. But I asked him, "What was it?" And he was like, "Oh, it's just a Juno 106 for $100."
Yeah.
And so, if you know anything, those right now go for about $1,500 to $2,000.
Yeah, they're a classic that everyone loves. It's a nice, easy layout and a fantastic sound, and maybe not the most reliable because the voice chips go, but at least now there are like great reproductions that exist. So like, they're pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I sold mine, and I actually, funny enough, and the tie-in here is I got an FPGA synth called the Novation
that's right.
Summit.
Yeah. Eric, did you ever have a preference in which of the 4 starting levels to go through?
No, I don't remember. So I just tried door 1, and I was not enjoying it, partly because we don't have the extra blocks unlocked, the red and green, whatever blocks. Do you have a preference?
I always go for 4 and 8. I always went for the last ones.
Okay. I'll give those a try with you.
And I think the reason I did that was 4, because in Mario 3, I think there's a trick castle where there's like false exits, and I think at one point the solution was to just keep going as far as you could and like ignore every door until the end. So that was always my idea. I would say
I'm enjoying 4 better than I liked number 1, so that's good.
Raph, I have a similar story about a synth, which I mean the numbers aren't as nice as yours, but I was at a pawn shop, and they kind of knew me because I'd go in and buy like synthesizers, or I'd buy guitar gear, so they kind of knew to like show me stuff if it wasn't out yet or whatever. And so I went in one day and I was looking around at everything, and same thing, I said, is that it? Like, that's all, got anything interesting? And the guy was like, no, I think that's about it. He's like, oh, actually, we have this one synth that, I don't know if it works. And he brings out a Moog Model D, which is like, everyone's favorite, like, somewhat unattainable mono synth at the time. They've been re-released and copied now, but this was only a few years ago, but still. So, obviously, I can't imagine that I was like hiding that this was like a crazy find. At almost any price. Like, they almost could have told me any price and it would have been an amazing find, because at the time they were, well, I'll get there in a second. So I don't know if maybe I let on that it was worth, I mean, I kind of looked at it and like I tried it out and it was broken, and like I wasn't lying when I said like, well, listen, it's not working. Like it needs servicing. And that was true. In my mind, I think I had read something that like mentioned that like if the pitch like wobbles all around, then you probably just have to like clean the contact plate inside. But whatever, it's a pawn shop. I don't have to tell them everything. So I was like, oh, I'll buy it broken. I said I think I can fix it, and then so unfortunately I think he like went on eBay to go check, and so these go on eBay at the time for between $4,000 and $5,000 Canadian, and so he eventually he was trying to tell me he wanted like $3,000 for it broken, and I was like, that's too much. Like, come on, that's too close to like a fully working machine. And he was like, well, maybe we'll just keep it, wait for the right person. I'm like, I'm the right person. Like, I'm the only person who's like walking into a pawn shop, can fix the synthesizer, and like will pay for this much broken. So I did buy it. I paid $2,400 for it broken. I did like basically instantly fix it. Kept it for quite a while, and I eventually sold it for like $4,500. So like got to enjoy it and got to make a bunch of money. And then like a year later, the clones started coming out. So Behringer makes one you can get for next to nothing, and they sound very good. I don't know if they sound as good, but since I'm not a professional producing musician, I don't really care. There is something magical about that synthesizer, though. When you play it, there is something there. Like maybe it's all in your mind, but there's something going on there.
Well, anything from like late 60s to like early 80s was like, if you heard like a distinctive, well, to us we can hear the ladder filter, but I mean there's a distinctive sound that you can say, that's it's a Moog, but most of the time it would have been like what you're hearing was a Model D. It was on everything.
Yeah.
Even what was it, Dr. Dre's
oops.
Oh, what song? Still? Or what? Which one?
You can see Model Ds. I don't know if they've got real ones or what they did, if they just made fake ones up for the movie Straight Outta Compton. You can see like even in the trailer, I was excited to see that. So like they really actually recreated that studio properly, which is funny because it's an old synth, and like all old technology, there is a point in time where you could get them for next to nothing. But you never recognize that until it's way too late.
Yeah, like CS80s, like in the late 90s, going for like $500.
Well, I think it was an interview I read with Hans Zimmer where he said his like massive monster modular synthesizer system he basically put together for next to nothing because people were completely over the idea of a modular analog synthesizer for a long time, especially like when the FM synthesis revolution happened.
Yes. Yeah, you can tell like music that came out 1983 to 1987 that sounds like a piano or a bass. It was probably 90% chance it was the DX7.
Mm-hmm.
So Colin, I found I liked door 5 a lot better than door 8.
Oh yeah, I think I've made it to the end here.
Okay.
Tense in the comments says he found an octave Plateau the Cat. I don't know that one. Do you know that synthesizer?
Yeah, Behringer's making a clone of it. It sounds pretty good. At a thrift store. Wow, $25. That's crazy. That's crazy.
I found I think it was a JX3P at a Goodwill in London, Ontario. I think that was my greatest find. And it was like, it was like $40 or something.
Well, they're catching on now. And the Goodwills that I'm going to, specifically in London, they have a glass case now. So you know that they're doing their homework.
Are there any actual Goodwills in Ontario anymore? Or are you speaking like Salvation Army, Bibles for Mission?
No, literally a Goodwill in London, Ontario. There's a massive one downtown. And
that's right. They have they have a restaurant in there.
No, they have a book. They have 3, as far as I know. One by my old house, one downtown, which is massive, and then they have one that was just dedicated to books.
Okay.
And LPs and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but you don't see them around here.
Goodwill in the Toronto region went out of business I believe they like declared bankruptcy overnight, kind of thing. I remember everybody was just like locked out one day.
Have you had any success at Talese?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine there. It's, what have I ever got there? I got some sealed NES games once. Nothing amazing, but a couple there. You know, same thing. They're glass case. Everything is priced according to eBay or thereabouts. Usually, these days, I'm looking for just cables, or like I need a monitor for some reason, or whatever. Like, they don't have CRT anything anymore. They don't seem to keep large packaging for things like PC games, so I don't think I'll ever find a big box PC game there. I think it'll always be just the CDs, so I don't really look there anymore. Oh, I think I beat the game. I thought it would take longer.
Nice. I'm struggling in sort of the last room with the Hoppy.
Yeah, those guys from
Stars.
Mario 2.
Are they from Mario 2?
They are, yeah. Okay. Yeah, some other things I found over the years. I found a prototype NES game once at a thrift store downtown Whitby, Ontario. It was Yonoid. It was just like it was a prototype cartridge with a proper like EEPROM cartridge, but it was like a lab loaner or whatever. Like it was probably sent out to a magazine to review.
Mm-hmm.
For musical stuff, I mean, pretty much everything I've got, usually through Kijiji or that kind of thing. I usually look for stuff that's somewhat broken that I can fix.
Yeah,
Maybe I'll
especially
go back and
surface
play.
mode stuff. Yeah.
I don't know if I can skip this. I think this is just like to watch the exit here. Yeah, so there seems like there are fewer and fewer things you can just kind of go out in the wild and find these days. I've noticed at still look at yard sales now and then, and we're at the point now where it's like Xbox 360 and PS3 games for $1 that people are putting out. It's interesting to see, how far we've come now that is what is like considered junk now, or next to it. I saw PS4 games maybe for the first time at Value Village the other day. Nothing good, just like sports games, but still they're there.
I've been enjoying. So Colin has just lent me his PS3 today. So I'm pretty behind the times. I have a Switch, but I haven't really had any other modern console since the PS2. So I'm enjoying
have
around with the PS3 now.
you picked a game that you want to do?
Yeah, well, I've got a few that I wanted to start with, but then I launched it and I told you I saw Journey on there. You downloaded Journey, and I said, "Yeah, perfect. I've been wanting to play that." So that's what I've been playing so far. I'm definitely enjoying it.
Yeah, it seemed up your alley the way you were describing kind of what you actually want to play these days.
Yeah, I like the atmosphere. I like the open world. I like the sort of sense of mystery. I like the feeling that it's probably not going to be a 40-hour commitment.
Yeah.
Yeah. It seems perfect. It seems like exactly the sort of like nice, charming, artwork-based atmospheric game for me. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. I find I do like the 40-hour games, and but I'm really good. I don't know, maybe this is whether you consider this good or bad, but I really only play for like 1 hour at a time. And I really love that modern games are like auto-saving, and they save like every step that you do, and you just can just turn it off whenever you want. Well, the modern systems all have great sleep mode, like PS4 and Switch, so you just turn it off and walk away. It's fine, as long as it doesn't run out of battery or become unplugged or something. Eric, I gave you so LA Noire I talked about. I love that one.
Yeah.
Heavy Rain's very cinematic. A lot of people, it's like swung both ways a lot. Like either people really loved it because they liked, a engaging story, or they hated it because the gameplay itself is so limited. Uncharted series, I really, really hope you at least get a chance to try them. First one seems kind of janky compared to what you can do now. Like if you compare video of Uncharted 1 to Uncharted 4, it's like kind of crazy.
So tell me about Uncharted, because I have been considering it, but I'm not really sure what to expect out of it.
Picture like Indiana Jones ripoff, mostly in jungle settings, and it's kind of a combination of almost like platforming sections where you're trying to get to the next fight. So it'll be like, like climbing trees, going through the forest, like climbing buildings. A lot of climbing buildings, especially in the later games, and it's like parkour. Like it's really focused on which way you're gonna swing next and which way you're gonna try and get up.
Okay. I've played Mirror's Edge, which is all about parkour.
Yeah, so Mirror's Edge is the core gameplay of Mirror's Edge is parkour. This is just like parkour, it's when the story happens too. Like as you do all the mountain climbing and stuff like that, that's kind of when the characters tend to talk to each other and sort out what they're going to do. Cool. But then the gameplay is that's half the gameplay. The other half the gameplay is what I've heard described as like cover-based shooter. So the point of it is to like survey the area, stay in the tall grass, stay hidden, try and like, sneak up on people and like break their necks before they see you. Do all that until you get spotted, and then you bring your guns out and then you start shooting everybody and everything. So I really
to be honest, that's usually how I play shooters anyway. Even if they're not designed that way, I'll usually
that's how I think you should. I mean, I think that is, unless you're playing, I don't know. I was never good at
things like Doom or whatever.
Exactly.
That's definitely not the point.
Yeah.
Doom or Duke Nukem 3D or whatever.
So that's pretty much why Horizon Zero Dawn became my next go-to game. Was it's just like that. Like it totally is like stealth based first, and then you get to the firefight. After you've done that.
Because I saw Uncharted. I think the devs are. Is it the same as The Last of Us?
Yeah, Naughty Dog.
Naughty Dog. Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Is that a different from Horizon?
It is. Horizon is kind of a total weirdness because Horizon was done by Guerrilla Games, and they are known for... Let me look it up here. They are known for the Killzone series, which is like a straight-up like shooter.
Okay.
Popular series for sure, but like not lofty in its storytelling or anything, as far as I know, unless I'm totally off the mark. But like it was a big pivot for them to do Horizon, and like crazy that they were so successful.
Raph, I was going to say I'm digging the Little Shop poster in the background.
Oh, thanks. It's covering up the utility box that I didn't want. Good shot.
Nice. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
And bathed in red. It's very appropriate.
Yes. It's just my LED light here. Yeah, Callie, I can relate to like doing games only for an hour at a time, especially the longer games. Thimbleweed Park, which I'm still slowly getting through.
Yeah.
Is that feeling like I can only do like 40 minutes at a time.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to take me 40 hours to finish. I think I'm almost done. I think I've got 4 or 5 hours into it so far. I mean, I'm taking my time looking at it. See, that's one example of me looking at everything, going and slowly going through it, because it's a point and click game, or it's just like it's almost like Hugo, isn't it? But it's a nod to the old style.
Yeah. Really cool. Fantastic one. I'm just looking up really quickly because I think we can. If you guys want to stay on for a little bit longer, I was gonna load up, see if I can find like best Super Mario World hack.
Okay.
And see if there's, because I know people have made some really good new levels. Like not Kaizo stuff, not like crazy.
I was gonna say, there's a bunch of Kaizos out there, but I don't think we're gonna get far on those.
Sorry, is that the ones where they make up the really weird levels?
Yeah, Kaizo stuff is the crazy.
The ones that you have to basically, it's muscle memory at that point where.
It's the Kaizos are usually for for the people who like almost professionally play the games, and just to keep them challenged.
Okay, let's see if I can find this here because. So I'm gonna check out this one called Super Mario World Odyssey, which is apparently some sort of mashup with Mario Odyssey. Let's see if I can find it here. Might be a situation where it's oh yeah, I need see if I can get this really quick here. BPS patcher.
Yeah, I think with the 1 hour at a time, it's not usually how I do things. So I think, especially since I'm not I'm not employed yet. I'll probably be employed the next week or two. But right now, I've got a week at least of not much on my agenda. So I'm anticipating a lot of video games.
So that's great because since I've lent you that, I really want to know like if you like the games I liked. So.
Cool. So already, already when you were saying that you weren't, you couldn't get into Journey, it just feels so different from, I guess, what I'm looking for games because I'm loving it and I'm just, shocked that.
Yeah, really, it was.
We're looking for different things.
Okay, let's see if I can do this here. I remember playing it for a little while and just not connecting with it. I know it was like absolutely, well, it might be the only downloaded game on the system, and that's because I thought it was going to be so good.
Yeah, well, you've got MMX4 on there as well.
Right.
Which,
again,
I give thought, it a go. I enjoy the Mega Man X's.
I thought I should learn to play a Mega Man game, and I that was on the store there.
Right.
Okay, let's see if I can load this up here.
Don't know if I've played X4 before. I think I have. I've played most of the X's.
All right, so I've got up Super Mario World Odyssey beta.
Do you want to link that to us and we can give it a go as well?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Or where do we look?
I'm gonna throw it in here.
Sure.
In our chat box.
Gotcha.
So I looked quickly. It said that this is no longer in development, so I'm not sure if this was really like finished or anything. But we'll see what it can do. I also promised Ralph I'd lend him my Oculus Quest to play a few escape room games.
Nice.
So that'll be cool. Same thing. We're talking about this before. This is why we stream, like, to share the experience. And we're lucky at the moment because all three of us are actually in very close proximity to each other. Actually, Eric, we talked about hitting a patio sometime this week. We should bring Raph along so you guys can meet in meet space, not just
that would be great.
Not just in ones and zeros.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay, so did this work or am I just playing Mario again? Oh, I saw the title screen changed. So, what's going on here? Is anything going on? I don't know if this is actually...
Where did I save it?
I feel like this is not patched properly to actually do what I wanted to do. I'm gonna get through this level and try a different one and see what's going on here. Because the title screen was patched, like it looked like it was working.
Oh, you should see.
I'll tell you.
Be able to fly or anything like in that one beta that I had.
Yeah, that was funny. We were talking about that.
Was that MC Kids? That was MC Kids, right?
MC, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that was funny.
It wasn't just the flying too. I noticed he couldn't fall into the pits. And most of the enemies didn't seem to be damaging you.
Yeah.
But at a cost of not being able to finish the first stage, I guess.
Right, yeah.
So let's check over here.
Okay.
And this is the same. So I think
Oh, no. No. Hit right bumper.
Oh, what the heck?
Yeah.
Oh, Okay.
Yeah.
So is this like
Okay,
this...
so you can throw your hat. You can throw Cappy.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Oh. So
I-
you can possess people.
Yeah, I became the help box.
I became the turtle.
Fly the help box around.
That's hilarious. Oh, you can.
Okay,
you
yeah.
can
If
jump
you
on it.
if you grab the purple help box, you can just fly anywhere in the level. It's,
Is this...
seems pretty.
I don't know if this is helpful though. Like, I'm like
Well,
one of
it's
the
just-
many turtles.
Well, you can use it as a box, like as a jump box.
Okay, let's. I'm gonna grab the football guy.
That's funny.
But
I knew.
if that's all the game is, you're just playing the same game, but you can possess stuff.
Oh,
knew there was
well,
a
that's
button.
kind of neat, I guess.
Yeah.
Can't jump or anything.
Okay.
Can you possess Yoshi?
Oh, good question.
It's actually like a bit frightening to see Mario without his hat on. It looks like he has really like. Oh, I'm a mole
His
guy.
hair.
This is great. Going through life as a mole guy.
But
This
you
is
can't
dumb.
jump, right? It's just kind of following or walking forward.
So stupid.
Oh, what happens
Good catch,
here?
though, Raph.
Oh,
how did
yeah,
you figure out to?
I think
Well,
I bugged it. Did I
I
bug
just
it?
used my what was it? Just pressed every single button and then some on this.
Okay.
I thought I was stuck. No, I'm on the flower, and he continues to kind of go up and down, but gets like stuck one tile too low. Nice.
I feel like a game tester. I'm trying every single possibility of
Yeah,
button
it's funny.
combinations here.
Yeah, I've got the piranha plant right now. Oh, is that what you were talking about, Calum? When you said
Yeah.
you're on the flower? Okay. Yes, he goes. Yeah, and he goes below the floor, but you can jump back up.
Yeah, I know there are some like. Here we go. This is what I wanted here. So I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try one more hack here, which is called Mega Mario World: Another Universe. Let's see if I can get this here.
Sounds fun.
I'm gonna try this here. Ooh, it's big. Like the patch is really big.
Hmm.
Let me see. There's no cheats for this in MiSTer. There's no cheat menu.
Okay, let's try this.
Not
here.
too surprising, I guess.
No. Well, you never know. People go deep.
Yeah.
People can go deep with this stuff.
So this is a big hack because it doubles the size or quadruples the size maybe of the
Okay.
one of the size here. So let's
Well, that's promising. Sounds
yeah.
like it might be very
Let's see
different.
if it works, I'll send this one along to you guys as well.
Great. So far, so good.
Oh yeah, this looks crazy.
Oh, the music's
Ooh, sweet music, yeah. Cool.
Let's see.
All right. Let's see.
This is weird. What the heck is going on here? This is like a Zelda 2 town or something.
Nice. That's what the music was reminding. It was reminding me of Zelliard, actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I love that game.
Bowser
What's
kidnapped
the-
Yoshi and Peach. Later on, a mysterious black Yoshi attacked Mario, but he managed to escape from him. Oh wow, look at this.
Different map, different everything. Okay, I'm gonna try to jump in as well.
It's like seems to be taking Mario 3 as its basis. Very strange. Yeah, the thing along the top reminds me of the Mario 3. I think it's
Hmm.
but it's at the top, not at the bottom. Seems pretty good. Did you either of you guys get much practice in on? I actually got two questions. Did you play any of Mario Maker?
No.
I did
whole
not.
thing. I was I played a bit of that. I was really into watching like YouTubers attempt to pass really difficult levels, kind of like Kaizo stuff. The other question was, did you get a chance to try the Mario? I guess it was what 35th anniversary game that they brought out on Switch for free?
Yes, that was fun.
I didn't know it was free.
It was a really neat idea.
What were you saying, Raph?
No, I didn't know it was for free. I thought you had to.
Yeah, it was cool. I thought it looked really dumb at the start. I had another one for Tetris as well. It just seemed like a gimmick to me. But then I tried it. Actually, I watched a speed run of it. That's what convinced me.
Oh yeah.
That this looks legit. And I went and tried it myself. It was a lot of fun. It was cool because it breaks up each level of Mario 1 separately, and it really lets you practice and become a master at those levels.
Yeah, I felt validated because I didn't play it too much, but I was able to, end up in the top. I don't know, 5 players pretty much every time. It's validated that I was pretty good at Mario. That, as I said, as I say that, I just died again on this one.
I think, I think that's better than I managed. I got to the finals several. I think I got to number 2 once.
Okay, yeah.
But never won one.
I have the actual NES Switch controllers. They're pretty fun. A good accessory to have.
Oh, I don't have the NES one. I've got the nice Pro controller though.
Yes, I have the NES one and the Super NES ones.
Cool.
The Super Nintendo Online feature is actually pretty great for Switch. I played.
Yeah, it is. It's good.
Played some online Kirby.
Oh, like multiplayer, you mean?
Yeah, played online with somebody else. The Kirby Dream Course.
Nice.
I think they recently just added multiplayer, like true multiplayer for what is it, Mario Party?
They did for Super Mario Party, which is that's actually look at this little Wario walking around here.
That was the one that I had when I first bought it. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll be able to. It says online here, but no, it was just the mini games that were.
Yeah, that really seemed like a bit of a scam. That and seemed kind of ridiculous too. Like, why wouldn't you have, in this day and age, how could you release a game like that and not put multiplayer in it?
Yes, Nintendo moves in mysterious ways.
Yeah. And then so strange to just release it this far in. Also interesting news about the Steam Deck being released. I don't know if you saw all the news on that today.
I'm pretty excited about that.
I checked it out. Yeah, it's expensive. I checked it out. Yeah.
Doesn't look that bad. What is it, like 600-ish?
I think it's like $659 if you get a reasonable amount of storage.
Yeah, it was like 900 for the upper tier, but
I guess the thing to compare it against really is not the Switch, but to compare it against portable PC consoles like the GPD Win 3 and stuff like that, and they are much more. They're more like $1,200 for an equivalent system. So, they're using their power of economy.
I'm excited because about half a year ago I was searching for something exactly like that. I was saying I've got a Switch. I don't like how it's fairly limited. Why can't I play more games on it? Why can't I get something that I can do Steam on?
Yeah.
I was searching, and I was like, okay, surely with the state of handhelds these days, there must be somebody who's making a good device that can. I was picturing more something that streams like a Steam Link, so you still have your PC, but then you stream the gaming onto a handheld. I was picturing that, and I thought surely this must exist. I couldn't find any good options.
And
There's a what is it, the
I was thinking the NVIDIA
Yeah, anyway.
Shield. It has a
Yes,
portable,
exactly.
doesn't it?
The NVIDIA Shield is really the only option on that market, and I was surprised that the market hadn't gotten any further than that.
Hmm.
So the NVIDIA Shield is getting a bit old at this point, and yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm happy that Steam has followed through and made something.
Do you guys know if it's going it'll play anything in your Steam library, or is it only things that are compatible with
It's-
the joysticks?
It's not even just Steam library. It's basically just a computer. So you can run emulators on it. You can run whatever you want on it. So it's really just anything where you've got sort of you've got requirements where your computer needs to be this good to run a game, but that's it.
Because my understanding at first glance was, oh, I can stream it wirelessly, like I do with my other computers. And sometimes I want to stream my stuff from my PC on my Mac.
Right.
I can do that in house.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my first impression, that you can do that. But I was just
Right.
wondering, because of the input, are you kind of limited to non-keyboard games?
No, so it's as far as I understand, so it's more than just the streaming. It plays it itself, and the inputs. When people talk about, okay, well, what about keyboard mouse sort of games? It's got USB. You can plug in a keyboard and a mouse if you want, but of course that reduces the portability of it a bit. But yeah, I mean, you can play anything on it. It has trackpads as well, so there's a bit of flexibility with the trackpads, but
Yeah.
yeah, I think you're down to, at a certain point, if you want to play keyboard mouse, you just plug in a keyboard and mouse into it, and then you've got a slightly portable machine.
Because I'd love to do that for like my Civ games, you know. If I could do it on Go, and who knows, maybe the publishers will put a patch out or develop it just specifically for this, depending on how popular it is. But
Oh, we're getting some discussion from Tense on this right now. You can wipe the SteamOS and install Windows if you want, and SteamOS will have a compatibility layer called Proton that will allow it to play any game in Steam, and it has touchpads for mouse support.
very cool. Very cool.
So I'm playing a game that I guess is supposed to be, a level that's supposed to be Super Mario Sunshine.
Ah, that's what that is.
Yeah, I got a little.
I'm actually just watching you play, Callum, because I started playing, but I got distracted, so it's easier just to watch you at this point.
Yeah. I think. Do you hear that sound sample? Kind of the glassy sound.
Yeah, the
I think that's taken from Chrono Trigger. The sample, not necessarily the songs, but it seems familiar to me. Oh, so you recharge your flood in there?
Ah, gotcha. Did you ever play Sunshine?
No, it's unfortunately the one that I have never laid a controller finger on.
Yeah, me neither. I've seen speedruns, but that's it.
Yeah, exactly.
Galaxy was a lot of fun. I had a Wii.
Yes.
I liked the 3D, the sort of gravity effects and everything for Galaxy.
Yeah.
Jumping from planet to planet and everything. That's cool.
All right. Well, that's pretty cool. Maybe we could actually do a stream on some hacks later on. I think another time. I think that's it for me, and it's been good. Thanks Tense for watching and contributing. Nice to have people talking in chat. So we're on YouTube right now, and we may go back to Twitch for stuff that's not a playthrough, like if we're just kind of playing a game. But I think I'm going to keep uploading any playthroughs of games that we do to YouTube, because I think people like to look at those later on. Raph and I at some point are going to do Heart of China, which is a dynamics adventure game. Raph's gone through it already, soldiered through it, and so we're going to play it, and he'll try and guide me through it at some point. We can actually just do it the same way we did Hugo games, so Eric can come on too. And then at some point we're going to have to do a Skyroads race. We talked about that, so a couple things we can do in the future. And yeah, maybe some Mario hacks would be fun to do, because this one's not so bad. They're hit and miss, but maybe we'll find something interesting. Otherwise, I am 74xx on Twitter and 74xx underscore like a signal on Twitch. Couldn't get the one I wanted, so maybe I'll have to change it to something else that you may actually be able to find. But stay tuned for more streams and some more MiSTer and arcade content on my YouTube channel coming soon. And that's all for this time. Goodbye.
Thanks.
Just clicking the button. Okay.